and welcome into PureAdrenaline Sports, everybody. This is John coming at you today with live play-by-play and live reaction of the Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds game. 4-game set over this weekend. The Reds have won 2 out of the first 3. They split the doubleheader on Friday, and the Reds win 2-1 yesterday. Right now, the Reds are tied for the last wild card spot, but percentage points out, so they definitely need a win. This is the last matchup between these two teams as well. So a lot on the line. Chicago's 4.5 back in the division. The Reds are 6.5 back. But we got some people stopping by already. So let's get to the chat. We'll get into today's lineups as well. Let's get the band going as well. There we go. All right, Wacky Blocks was the first one in. What's up, Wacky Blocks? Always hanging out in our MLB live streams. Great to see you as always. Carlos from Uneducated Sports Talk says, "What's up, my brother? Good to see you. Here's to a great stream for you." Thank you so much, Carlos. Guys, if you guys are a fan of any sport, Carlos and PJ do every sport. Tons of baseball, tons of football, tons of basketball. He mixes in hockey as well. So go check out Carlos and PJ over at Uneducated Sports Talk. Football season, NFL season getting ready to ramp up here. So a lot of us are going to be busy with that. Hopefully we can get some collaborations going or something between all our channels. Rising Rhino's usually hanging out in our chat. He's live streaming right now as well. Let me see what he's doing. He's doing the U.S. Open today, and then he'll do Canadian Football League tonight, I believe. So good stuff, everybody. Carlos saying smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Carlos. All right. For some reason, getting some feedback here, so let me clean this up. Sorry about that, everybody. Don't want to hear myself talk while I'm broadcasting the game. No doubt. My guy, got to get a collab in soon. Yeah, absolutely. Especially now that it's football season and we all cover the NFL. So it would be cool to get us all to hang out maybe on a Tuesday or Wednesday night and just talk about the season or something. But we'll see. We're all grinding towards the same thing, so that's tough. But let's get into today's game. We got Carson Spears making his debut here for the Reds on the mound against Jameson Taillon. Taillon is 7-9 on the season with a 5.62 ERA and 24 starts, 121 innings, 21 home runs, and 106 strikeouts. Averages just over 5 innings pitched per start. So we'll see how we can fare today. For the Cubs, their lineup today, Mike Topman will lead off. Nico Horner will bat second. Ian Happ third. Cody Bellinger will DH and bat cleanup. Dansby Swanson at short. He'll bat fifth. Suzuki out in right field. He'll bat sixth. Candelario at first base. He'll bat seventh. Madrigal will play third base and he'll bat eighth. And Amaya will bat ninth and be behind the plate tonight. The defense for the Reds be Marte at third base. De La Cruz at short. Steer at second, and Encarnacion Strand, will be at first base. Stevenson behind the plate. Friedel in left, Bader in center, and Will Benson in right. Like I said, these two teams are still in the wild card hunt right now. The teams would be the second team, and the Reds are tied for that last spot. Let's see where they are, actually. The Cubs are 2.5 games behind the Phillies for the number 1 spot, but 2 games up on the Giants, Diamondbacks, and Red. So but we are underway, so welcome in everyone once again. Hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. We got 4 likes on the video already. Make sure you vote in the poll as well. Let me check that out real quick to see where we currently stand. On that, we have 4 votes in the poll. All 4 votes are going to the Cubs so far, so we'll definitely keep an eye on how this one goes. Carlos, if you're still here, are you doing any live streams today? Since July 6th with Chattanooga for Spires, 9 games, 7 starts, 4-1 record with a 2.40 ERA and 45 innings, 61 strikeouts, giving up 2 home runs, and opponents were batting 203 against him. So we'll see how he fares in his MLB debut. So once again, it'll be Tolman, Horner, and Happ to lead off here in the first inning. And once again, welcome in. First game of the day. We start with the Cubs and Reds. Tonight's finale on ESPN will be the Astros and Yankees, I believe. So Tauchman comes in batting 253 on the year, 7 homers, 42 runs batted in. Will steal a base, has 5 on the year. All right. Second pitch is in for a strike, and it counts 1-1. Sinker, slider, change up are his 3 main pitches. Big right-hander fires, and that ball's fouled away, 1-2. Here we go. The 1-2. Spires sets, fires, up and in, 2-2. Fouled off again. Count still 2-2. First at batters of the game still. Tauchman, 2-2 count. Spires making his MLB debut. And that ball laced in the left field, and that'll get down for a leadoff single. First pitch to Horner. Horner's up and in, 1-0. Horner batting 279 with 9 home runs, 62 runs batted in. The 1-0. Outside 2-0. He's having a problem with the pitch calm. There's a strike, 2-1 to count. The 2-1 is fouled away, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. First career strikeout. So 1 out now for Hap. Talkman still the runner on first. Welcome in, everybody. We got 6 people watching. First pitch is on the outside corner, 0-1. Let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. And that ball ripped into right field past the diving second baseman. Talkman will go to third. That'll bring up Cody Bellinger with runners on the corners and 1 out. Bellinger DHing today, batting .319 on the year. 22 home runs, 81 runs batted in. Got to keep an eye on Hap. He does have 12 stolen bases on the year. The first pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Swung on a miss, 0-2. Count is 1-2. The 1-2 up high, 2-2. Hey, Thomas. Thomas, I just did something. Are you getting an echo when I talk? Thomas says should be a good game today. Yes, it should. Fouled away, still 2-2. I'm trying something on my side to see if I get an echo on your side. Or do you hear the game audio? Because I don't want to do that if you have game audio. And that ball blooped in the center field, and that'll get down. Hap stops at second. The run comes in. Bellinger with the 82nd RBI of the year. Puts the Cubs up 1-0. Good. No game audio either. Okay, good. No echo, but the screen is much brighter. Yeah, I got to fix that. No game audio either. Benson makes the catch out in right field. Runners will hold at first and second, 2 away. That'll bring up Suzuki. The first pitch is Suzuki. It swung on a miss, 95 mile an hour. Fastball there. Pitches outside, 1-1 the count. Spires up to 22 pitches here in the first. The 1-1. It way inside, 2-1. Thomas, while you're here, let us know if you have any streams coming up today. The 2-1. Fouled straight back, 2-2. The 2-2 fouled away. Still 2-2. Fouled off again. Still 2-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. That'll retire the side, but the Cubs get one. We go bottom one. It'll be Martini, Friedel, and Steer for the Reds. Let me come back over to see if I'm missing anything in the chat. Thomas says he's planning on doing the Red Sox and Royals game tonight. Probably going to do the Yankees and Astros game tonight as well. So, Thomas, make sure you drop your link in there so people can check you out. So let me see if I can fix this background. Let's look. See, Thomas says my background is too bright. Let's see if I can fix this real quick. That's too bright. There we go. All right, here we go. Bottom first. Tyone will throw. The first pitch is a strike. 0-1. Once again, Tyone 7-9 on the year with that 5.62 ERA. 24 starts. Opponents are batting .274 against them. Way outside, 1-1. Felt straight back, 1-2 the count. The 1-2. Swung on a miss, that a ball down in the dirt. 1 away. First pitch is fouled off. 0-1. There's Thomas's channel. Guys, make sure you check out Thomas's channel there in the link. The link's in the chat. Planning on doing a couple of games today. The 0-1. Up high, they check down at third. No swing, 1-1. And that ball hit out to deep right field. The outfielder just looks up, and that ball's out of here. We are tied at 1. Friedel's 12th home run of the year, RBI number 50. Let me see, Thomas. How does this look better? How's that look? Just still too dark. I think it looks better, but let me know. Here's the 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. And that ball drilled out to left field. At the wall. See ya. 2-1 Reds. Back-to-back solo shots. Thomas says better. Good. Back-to-back home runs here in the bottom of the first for the Reds. Puts them up 2-1 early. That'll bring up De La Cruz. De La Cruz batting .245 with 11 homers and 35 runs batted in. Takes the first pitch down. Got the bottom corner, 1-1 to count. Hey, David is here. Good. How are you today? Not covering the Mets today? No, I wanted to do a game that had some playoff implications. I'll be back to Mets coverage on Tuesday night. Ball inside, 2-1. But welcome, David. I know your Phillies are getting ready to get underway. The 2-1. But it's in for a strike. 2-2 to De La Cruz. Down low, 3-2. Swung on a miss. 2 away now. That'll bring up Encarnacion Strand for the Reds with 2 outs here. But back-to-back home runs by Friedel and Steer to put the Reds up 2-1. That one's hit right up the middle, but Horner's there to grab it. That'll retire the side. But the back-to-back shots put the Reds up 2-1 as we head to the second. David says, as a Phillies fan, this should be good. I would like the Phillies to play either team in the playoffs. Yeah, because if the Phillies hold on to the number 1 spot, you play the second team, correct? Yeah, in the playoffs. So we got 10 people watching. We got 4 likes on the video. Hit that thumbs up, everybody. It does help push our content out to more people. We have 9 votes in the poll now. It just changed. 44% say Cubs, 33% say Reds, and 22% hoping for a good game. Where's the mysterious 1% hiding? So for the Cubs here in the top of second, it'll be Candelario, Madrigal, and Amaya. All right, here we go to the second. First pitch is up high, 1-0. Fouled off, 2-1. The 2-1. Tried to check his swing. They checked down at third. He went 2-2. That ball fouled off, still 2-2. That ball ripped foul down the right field line, still 2-2 the count. The pitcher's up high, 3-2. The 3-2 is grounded foul. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. Candelario, the first out. Third strikeout for Spires. First pitch to Madrigal's in for a strike. That ball ripped in the left field. No foul. The 2-2. Timeout called by the batter late. Spires was in his windup. Home plate umpire still gave him the timeout. The 2-2 fouled off. That ball ripped foul as well. Went out here in the second. Spires is up to 42 pitches. Not sure how long they'll let him go with his debut here. The 2-2. And that ball's hit out to left field. Friedel at the wall, and it's off the 379 mark. So it would be a one-out double. Was probably about 3 feet from going over the wall. The first pitch is up and in. Amaya batting 224 on the year, only 107 at bats, but does have 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in. The 1-0 is inside 2-0. The 2-0 is tapped foul, 2-1. Pie 3-1. Reds broadcast team just said there's fireworks after the game. Well, don't you think that should have been a night game then? You're going to shoot fireworks off after in the daytime? Outside. But it's ball four. So one out walk puts runners at first and second, and back to the top of the lineup with Talkman, who singled and scored his first time up. Spire sets. With the runner at second, fires the first pitch, strike one. There's a strike, 0-2. Fouled off, still 0-2. The 0-2 is tapped foul, still 0-2. The 0-2, and that ball tapped up and through in the center field. That'll get a run home. They're holding the runner at third. So we're tied up at 2. An RBI single here for Talkman. But runners still on the corners here with one out. That'll bring up Nico Horner, who's 0-for-1, struck out his first time up. Up and in, want to know the count? Two and 0 the count. Three and 0 the count. Hey, FSU Sucks is here saying Cincinnati. Cubs are bad. Well, they're not really bad. Right now, they're the second wild card team. You might not like the Cubs. Doesn't mean they're bad. But welcome in. And I agree with you. I'm hoping the Reds win today as well. But inside, so ball four, that'll load the bases here with one out. The Mets are bad. As a Mets fan, I could say that. So bases loaded here, top of the second. Still only one out. Happ is 1-for-1 today with a single. Spires in his debut, up to 58 pitches here with one out in the second. I am a Jets fan. Yes, I am. Here's the 1-0. Ripped foul, 1-1. Happ batting .246 on the year with 17 homers, 68 runs batted in. Down in the dirt, 2-1. That ball hit out to center field. Friedel will come over and make the catch. The throw. It's cut off, and they got the run. Oh, he's going to be set. They called him out. I believe the run scored. But the ball was cut off, and they get the runner trying to go to third. So we go bottom second. It's 3-2 Cubs. Is that how you act when you go to live streams? Tells me about you're 11, 12 years old. Yep. We got 6 likes on the video. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Do appreciate that. We have 10 votes in the poll. 50% say Cubs, 30% Reds, and 20% hoping for a good game. If you're going to talk trash, learn how to spell somebody's name, please. Well, right now, nobody sucks because everybody's 0-0. So keep showing me your intelligence. For the Reds, it'll be Benson, Stevenson, and Marte coming up in the bottom of the second down a run. First pitch is up high, 1-0. The 1-1 to Benson. Up high and outside, 2-1. The 2-1. Swung on a miss, 2-2. Fouled off, counts 2-2. Up and in, almost hit. Oh, they're going to say it hit him. So Benson will go first. That'll bring up Stevenson. Stevenson batting .249 on the year with 10 homers, 44 runs batted in. Pickoff throw over first. Benson back in. They'll keep an eye on him. He does have 14 stolen bases on the year. There's a strike. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Down low and inside. 1-1. The 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. The 1-2 to Stevenson. And Stevenson hits one out to left center or right center field at the wall. And it's out of here. A 2-run shot puts the Reds back in front. Cubs got one in the first. Cincinnati came back with 2 in the bottom of the first. Cubs got 2 in the second. Reds have scored 2 of their own here in the second. Still nobody out here. Bring up Marte and Bader. And that ball's grounded right back up the middle. Horner's there, though. Throws over to first, 1 away. That'll bring up Bader. Bader batting .237 on the year. 7 home runs, 37 runs batted in. First pitch swinging, and that ball's popped up. Candelario in fair ground will make the catch. 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup with Martini. There's a strike. 0-1. That's in for a strike. Quickly hit 0-2. Tyon, even though he's given up 4 runs, he's only at 33 pitches. DO2. Outside, 1-2. The 1-2. Fouled off. Still 1-2. Swung on a miss at a ball in the dirt. That'll retire the side, but the 2-run shot by Stevenson puts the Reds back up in front 4-3. We go to the third. So let's see what we got going on here. We got 11 votes in the poll, 45% saying Cubs, 36% Reds, and 18% hoping for a good game. 7 likes on the video. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Some more MLB live streams coming up this week. The Mets and Nationals on Tuesday and Wednesday night. Then we're back Thursday night with our fantasy football coverage at 7 p.m. And then our coverage of Detroit and Kansas City to kick off the NFL season. Then Friday night, back to baseball with the Mets and Twins. And next Sunday at noon Eastern time, fantasy football coverage again, getting everybody up to date on injuries, any projections, any late-breaking news. So if you guys play fantasy football, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that little notification bell, as we will be beginning our 3rd season of NFL coverage. This is our 1st season of baseball coverage, and then this coming fall, we'll be adding in some NBA, some college basketball, some college football, some NHL hockey as well. All right, here we go. Top of the 3rd, it'll be Bellinger, Swanson, and Suzuki for the Cubs. Now down 4-3. Swung on a miss by Bellinger. 0-1. There's a strike. 1-2 the count. The 2-2. Fouled off. Still 2-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out 4 strikeouts for Spires. That'll bring up Swanson. Swanson flew out to right field his first time up. Spires up to 68 pitches here with 1 out in the third. Up high, 1-0. Grounded foul, 1-1. Fouled straight back, 1-2 the count. Another foul, still 1-2. The 1-2. Tried to check his swing. He went back-to-back strikeouts to start the third here. That'll bring up Suzuki. He struck out to end the first inning. And Spires up to 5 strikeouts now in his debut. First pitch is up high, 1-0. The 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Having a pitch comm issue. There we go. The 1-1 to Suzuki, and that ball's tapped to second base. Got it over to first. That'll retire the side. So 1-2-3 inning there for Spires. We go bottom 3, still 4-3 Reds. Thomas says game is so back and forth today. Yes, it is. We're up to 8 likes on the video. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. We do appreciate it. Still 11 votes in the poll. Have not gained a new sub yet today. Let's refresh this. Nothing happening there. The Phillies and Brewers are underway. That game in the top of the first. So both of these teams rooting for the Phillies today, I would assume. See what time my Mets play today. 1:40. It's on SNY. We'll see what that game score is at when we're done here. Maybe we'll cover the end of that when we're done. But here we go. Bottom of the third. It'll be Friedel, Steer, and De La Cruz. First pitch is in for a strike. On the outside corner, 0-2. Tapped up the first baseline. It's fair. Tyon gets over to cover, one away. That'll bring up Spencer Steer. He's 1-for-1 today with a home run. Broke his bat. Tapped out the Swanson at short. Over to first, 2 away. That'll bring up De La Cruz. He's 0-for-1 today with a strikeout. First pitch is on the outside corner, 0-1. Tapped foul, 0-2. The 0-2. Fouled off, still 0-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. So 1-2-3 inning there for Tyon. We go to the fourth. Still 4-3 Reds. All right, here we go. For the Cubs in the fourth inning, it'll be Candelario, Madrigal, and Amaya. All right, here we go. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Ripped foul, 1-1 the count. A little action getting started in the Reds bullpen as Spires is up to 78 pitches here to begin the fourth inning. Swung on a miss, 1-2. The 1-2. Strike three, got him looking. That's his sixth strikeout of the game. He's retired 5 in a row. That'll bring up Madrigal. He doubled and scored his first time up. Down low, 1-1 the count. That ball lifted out to left field. Friedel back to the track, and he'll make the catch. 2 down. That'll bring up Amaya, who walked and scored his first time up. Quickly ahead 0-2. The 0-2 popped up, and it'll go out of play. Strike three, got him looking. 7 in a row retired for Spires. Seven strikeouts on the day. We'll see if they'll let him come out for the fifth, being up to 87 pitches. But we go bottom four. It'll be Encarnacion Strand, Benson, and Stevenson for the Reds. Let's take a look. I know some other games are just getting started. Brewers have a 1-0 lead over the Phillies in the bottom of the first. About 20 minutes away yet from Marlins and Nationals. Mariners and Mets at 1:40. Red Sox and Royals at 2:10. Tigers and White Sox at 2:10. Pirates and Cardinals at 2:15. Twins and Rangers 2:35. Blue Jays and Rockies at 3:10. 4:07, we got the Angels and A's. 4:10, we got the Braves and Dodgers, as well as the Orioles and Diamondbacks at 4:10. The Giants and Padres at 4:10, and then the nightcap is the Yankees and Astros on ESPN. When Spires came off the mound, they all congratulate him. So my guess would be he's done, but we will see. He's still on the bench, and that ball hit out to left field. Happ is there, one away. Things have settled down here in the fourth inning. Cubs and Reds both scored runs in the first and second. Cubs got one in the first, two in the second, with the Reds getting two in the second and two in the first and two in the second. All the Reds runs have come on home runs. Friedel and Steer with solo shots, and Stevenson with a 2-run shot. That'll bring up Benson. He's no official at bat today. Was hit by the pitch his first time up. And that ball hit right to second base. Horner with a nice backhand stab gets up and throws him out at first base. Both pitchers have settled down here. Spires retired 7 in a row. And Taillon has retired 8 in a row. Last hit he gave up was Stevenson's 2-run home run. First pitch is up high, 1-0. Swung on a miss, 1-1. The 1-1. Tapped right back up the middle, and that'll get through in the center field for a 2-out single. That'll bring up Marte, who grounded out to second base his first time. First pitch is a ball. Here's the 1-0. Down low, 1-1, or 2-0, excuse me. That cutter's in for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 from Tyon. And that ball tapped to short. Swanson's got it. He'll go the short way to second, and that'll retire the side. But we go to the fifth. Still 4-3 Reds. For the Cubs in the fifth, it'll be back to the top of the lineup with Talkman, Horner, and Happ. $13 votes in the poll so far. 54% are still saying Cubs, 31% saying Reds, 15% hoping for a good game, which we've had a great game back so far back and forth. Cubs led 1-0. Cincinnati came back, took a 2-1 lead. Cubs went up 3-2, and then the Reds went up 4-3. All right, we do have a new pitcher in. Jason Shreve will be coming in, making his Reds debut as well. This season with Detroit, 47 games, 1-2 record, 4.79 ERA. First pitch is in for a strike. Swung on a miss, 0-2. Talkman's 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singled, scored a run in the first, but was thrown out at third, trying to go to third in the second. Down low, 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Swung on a miss, he struck him out. That'll bring up Nico Horner, who's 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in the first and walked in the second. Thomas says, are you streaming another game today? When this one gets over, I'm going to see where the Met game is. And that ball laced and caught at shortstop. Nice catch by De La Cruz. He bobbled it, but was able to hold on. 2 down. So depending on where the Met game is, Thomas, score-wise and inning-wise, when I'm done here, I might cover the end of that one. But that'll be it. First pitch in to Hap is for a ball. Hap's 1 for 1 today. Singled in the first and hit a sacrifice fly in the second. Down low, 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1 to count. That ball popped up and foul ground. And Encarnacion Strand comes over up against the tarp, makes the catch. So another 1-2-3 inning for Reds pitching. We go bottom 5, still 4-3. For the Reds in the 5th, it'll be Bader, Martini, and Friedel, 9-1-2 in their lineup. Up to 8 likes on the stream. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. 15 votes in the poll, 47% saying Cubs, now 40% saying Reds. So it's getting closer. Getting closer. We got bottom of the second. The only other game going on right now, the Brewers lead the Phillies 1-0. Runner on first and 1 out for the Brewers there. So these two teams will keep an eye on that one as well. It helps them either way. In the division, it helps if the Brewers lose. In the wild card standing, it helps if the Phillies lose. Once again, 9-1-2 for the Reds here in the 5th. Bader, Martini, and Friedel. First pitch is fouled off. Tyon still on the mound. Only 56 pitches to start the 5th inning here. So has given up a ton of runs, but not too many pitches. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. On the outside corner, 1-2. Bader, his first time up, popped out the first, excuse me. The 1-2. And that one's laced in the left field. That'll get down for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Bader. That'll bring up Martini. He's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts today. With that 1-run lead, we'll keep an eye on Bader at first. He does have 18 stolen bases on the year. There he goes. First pitch. Oh, and they got him. We'll see. Bader doesn't think so. They will not challenge. Oh, no, he's out. He's out by a good 10 feet. So 1 out, nobody on now for Martini. And he hits one out to deep right center at the track, at the wall. And Talkman makes the catch. So loud out there. 2 down here. That'll bring up Friedel. Friedel's 1 for 2 today with a solo shot. First pitch is in for a strike. To 0-1. Swung on a miss. Got a piece of it. 0-2. Friedel's home run in the first was his 12th on the year. RBI number 50. The 0-2. And that one laced in the right field for a 2-out single. That'll bring up Steer, who's also 1 for 2 with a solo home run today. Lucas Sims getting warmed up in the Reds bullpen. Tyon still only at 65 pitches here, so can go at least another 1 or 2, depending on hits and runs. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Just got the notification that Thomas Fitzpatrick, who's been hanging out on our stream today, will be going live in about a half hour. Pickoff throw over to first. Friedel back in. Who's he covering today? He will be doing the Red Sox Royals game. To 0-1. Swung on a miss, 0-2. The 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Outside, 2-2 now. Tyon getting ready to throw his 70th pitch of the day. The 2-2. Pickoff throw over to second. Or over to first, excuse me. Back in. That's the second pickoff throw over to first. The 2-2. Down low. 3-2. The 3-2. And that ball drilled out to deep left field. They'll just look at it. Foul. Oh, man. Steer just out in front of that one. The 3-2 and fouled off. Got a piece of the home plate umpire. Count still 3-2. Runner at first is Friedel. 2 down. The 3-2. Foul tipped and held on by the catcher. So he strikes him out, so no damage done there. 1 left. We go to the 6th. Still 4-3 Reds. Let's see where we're at now. 16 votes in the poll. We are now tied with the Cubs and Reds. 44% each and 12% hoping for a good game. Which being back and forth, we've had a great game so far. No scoring since the second inning, though. So we head to the 6th. It'll be Bellinger, Swanson, and Suzuki for the Cubs. A game these two teams are keeping an eye on. The Brewers and the Phillies. The Brewers have a 2-0 lead there now in the bottom of the 3rd. Other games underway. The Marlins and Nationals. Marlins with a 1-0 lead already. That game in the top of the 1st. I will be right back. Sorry about that. The back is absolutely killing me, so I had to go get some meds. Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola. Maybe I should have went and got some of that. But as we go to the 6th inning here, it'll be Bellinger, Swanson, and Suzuki. I'm still at commercial break here. It looks like the game is back. Not sure why they're not. Oh, did I miss? Let me look here. Nope, Shreve came in and gave up a home run. Then we got a pinch hitter. Gotcha. Sorry, guys. I missed that home run by Bellinger. So I missed that. So we get a pinch hitter, a new pitcher. Tied up at 4 here. Swung on a miss, 1-1. Inside, 2-1. That ball popped up in foul ground. De La Cruz will make the catch. That'll bring up Suzuki, who's 0 for 2 today. Struck out and grounded out the second. First pitch is way outside, 1-0. If you're just joining us, we're tied at 4. Solo shot by Bellinger leading off the 6th inning has tied us up. That ball fouled away, 1-1. Suzuki rips one in the left field, and that'll be a fair ball. Bounces up against the wall. Frito gets it in, but it'll be a one-out double here for Suzuki. That'll bring up Candelario, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Up to 9 likes. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. We're up to 17 votes in the poll, still tied at 41% between the Cubs and Reds. 18% hoping for a good game. Runner on second, 1 out. Ball is pitches inside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 on the outside, called a strike by the home plate umpire. Not sure if he called it a strike or if he said he swung. The 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. Pop foul, still 1-2. Ooh, just missed up high, 2-2. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. 2 away. Candelario now 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Magical fouls that first pitch off, 0-1. He's 1 for 2 today. Doubled in the second and scored. Blew out to left in the fourth. Timeout called by the batter. The 0-1 up high, 1-1. That ball fouled off, 1-2 to count. Tapped foul, still 1-2. The 1-2. That one hit out to right field. Benson's there. We go bottom 6, but Bellinger's home run ties it up at 4. And going to the bottom of the 6th, it'll be De La Cruz, Encarnacion Strand, and Benson. Going to the 4th inning in Milwaukee, the Brewers still up 2-0 over the Phillies. Still top of the 1st inning in Washington. The Marlins have a 3-0 lead there. Still bases loaded and 1 out. Bottom of the 1st in Queens, the Mets and Mariners, no score. Other games getting ready to get started. The Red Sox Royals, the Tigers White Sox, the Pirates Cardinals. Then at 2:30, the Twins and Rangers. I know Thomas Fitzpatrick, who was hanging out in our chat before, he'll be covering that Red Sox Royals game. Anybody watching in the chat, let us know if you play fantasy football. If you do, how are your teams looking for the season? Our league for the channel here, we draft tomorrow night. The only league I am in this year. I was in one other league last year. It was a dynasty league, so I was in that league for a few years. Lost in the playoffs last year. That was my last year. I had announced before the season that was going to be my last year. The 1-0. Ooh, just missed 2-0. Outside 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. De La Cruz is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. That one fouled off, 3-2 to count. The 3-2. Swung on a miss and a ball that probably would have hit him. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts for De La Cruz today. 1 out. That'll bring up Encarnacion Strand, who's 0 for 2. Ground out to second and a fly out to left. Tyon getting ready to throw his 80th pitch of the night, of the day, of the afternoon. First pitch is outside, 1-0. They check down at first. No swing, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1 to count. Right now, the Reds are tied with Arizona and San Francisco for that last wild card spot. Tapped foul, 2-2. With Miami only a game behind those 3 teams. And Miami already up 3-0 in the first inning against the Nats today. Tapped foul, still 2-2. Palencia getting warmed up in the Cubs pen. The 2-2. Outside and low, 3-2. That ball laced in the left field, and that'll get down out and bounce up against the wall. He makes a turn at first. He's heading to second to throw. Safe at second base. Had to wait for the umpire to make the call. So runner on second here with one out. That'll bring up Benson, who's 0 for 1 today, was hit by a pitch. Oh, he might be out. Nope. Kept the hand on the bag. He's safe. Bounce first pitch into Benson, 1-0. Benson batting .261 on the year, 8 homers, 25 runs batted in. Struggling over the last couple of weeks, batting .184. And tap foul, 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. The 1-2. Down in the dirt, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Swung on a miss to the ball outside. That's 2 down. Runner still at second. That'll bring up Stevenson. Stevenson 2 for 2 on a day. A 2-run home run in the second. And a single in the 4th inning. That 2-run home run in the second at the time put the Reds up 4-3. Oh, we're going to get a pitching change here. Go ahead. Runners in scoring position. All right. Bottom of the 4th, Brewers still lead the Phillies 2-0. Going to the second inning, the Marlins lead the Nationals 3-1. Bottom of the 1st in New York, the Mets have a 1-0 lead over the Mariners. Runner on second and 2 out for Vogelbach. Red Sox, Royals just getting underway. Tigers, White Sox, Pirates, Cardinals as well. Thomas says, see you in a later stream. Thomas, good luck with your Red Sox and Royals game. Palencia coming in to pitch. 17 games, 4-0 record with a 3.86 ERA. Has given up 2 home runs in a 16 and a third. Opponents are batting .164 against them. First pitch is up high, 1-0. Bounce in the dirt, 2-0. The 2-0. Down low, 3-0. They check down at first base. No swing, 3-0. The 3-0. Fouled off, 3-1. Encarnacion Strand, the runner at second, 2 down. The 3-1 pitch to Stevenson. Swung on a miss, 3-2. The 3-2. And that ball hit in the left field. That's a base hit. They're going to, and he bobbles the ball. The runner will score. Third RBI for Stevenson today. The Reds go back up on top, 5-4. Every inning the Cubs have scored, the Reds have answered back. Cubs got 1 in the first, Reds got 2. Cubs got 2 in the second, Reds got 2. And then here in the sixth, the Cubs got 1. So far, the Reds have 1. Trying to win 3 out of 4 in this 4-game series. First pitch is down low. Marte's 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts. And that ball laced out to right field. And foul. One and one the count. Outside, 2-1. Reds announcers just said this is the most runs in a game for the Reds all week. So I had a look. They won game 2 on Friday 3-2, and they won yesterday 2-1. And that ball tapped, foul, 2-2. Two and two the count. And tap foul, still 2-2. The 2-2 fouled off again. 100-mile-an-hour fastball there. The 2-2. Swung on a miss. That'll end the inning, but the Reds retake the lead on the Stevenson RBI single. We go to the 7th. 5-4. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Cubs. Amaya, Talkman, and Horner. Amaya's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Talkman's 2 for 3 with 2 singles, and Horner's 0 for 2 with a walk. Nacho cheeseburger from Wendy's. Loaded nacho cheeseburger. Oh, as a fat guy, I don't need to be eating that. Oh, we're up to 10 likes on the video. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. We do appreciate that. We have 20 votes in the poll. Cubs. It's now 45% Cubs, 35% Reds. I believe we're going to get a pitching change here for the Reds. Once again, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Cubs in their lineup. Amaya, Talkman, and Horner. Down a run again. Once again, the Reds have answered today. Every time the Cubs have scored, the Reds have scored. The difference now being that RBI single by Stevenson. That's his 3rd RBI of the day. Stevenson's first 3 RBI games since the game last year against Arizona. That ball hit out to right field at the wall, and he makes the catch right before the Weiler.com sign. Ian Gibbo's a new pitcher. 62 games, 8-3 record, 3.25 ERA, and 63 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting .226 against him. Has given up 8 home runs. First pitch is swung on a miss. 0-1. Once again, Talkman 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, a run scored, and a strikeout. Fouled straight back, going 2. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Quickly 2 down. That'll bring up Nico Horner, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a walk, and a line out to short. First pitch is up high. Want to know? And that ball ripped in the left field down the third baseline, and it's a fair ball. He'll make the turn and pull in the second base, and he'll stop there. So a 2-out double for Horner. That'll bring up Hap. Hap's 1 for 2 on the day. Single in the first, sacrifice fly in the second, and fouled out to first base in the 5th inning. Half swing, but he goes 0-1 the count. The 0-1 is fouled off 0-2. Last time the Cubs lost the series was the first weekend in August when they lost to the Mets. 5-0-1 in series since then. And if the Reds win today, the Reds win this series 3-1. Oh, foul tip dropped by the catcher. Would have been strike 3. Count still 0-2. The 0-2. And that one tapped foul. Still 0-2. Stevenson calls timeout. Holtz run out to the mound. Up to 11 likes on the video. Thank you so much. Bottom of the 5th in Milwaukee. Brewers still up 2-0. Marlins still up 3-1 over the Nationals in the 3rd. Mets still up 1-0 going to the bottom of the 2nd. The 0-2 popped foul. Stevenson looks, but goes out of play. The 0-2. And that ball blooped into left field, and it'll drop in. The throw to the plate is cut off. So we are tied back up at 5. Second RBI of the day for Hat. There we go. Tied up at 5 here in the 7th. So first pitch is in for a strike. Stevenson not being able to hold on to that foul tip cost his team a run. Down low, 1-1. Bellinger's 2 for 3 today with a single and a home run. 2 runs batted in, also struck out. There's a strike on the inside corner, 1-2. Whoa, way inside, 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on a miss. That would have been ball 3. Ball was way inside, but can't hold the swing. But the Cubs tie it on the 2-out double and single by Happ. 2-out double by Horner and 2-out single by Happ. And for the Reds here in the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be 9-1-2. Bader, Martini, and Friedel. Let's go over and check on Thomas, even though he's just getting underway. Let's get him into the mix here as well. Once again, here in the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Bader, Martini, and Friedel for the Reds. But we're now tied up at 5. We got 21 votes in the poll, 48% saying Cubs, 33% Reds, 19% hoping for a good game, which great game so far, 5-5. Back and forth all day. But here we go. Once again, in the bottom of the 7th, it's Bader, Martini, and Friedel. Fraley will pinch hit. The ball up high. Phillies just scored, now trailed Milwaukee 2-1, excuse me. Fouled off, 1-1 to count. The 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. White Sox jump out to a 1-0 lead there. Oh, just missed. 2-2 to count. Looked like it got the corner. The 2-2. Swung on a miss at a ball that was down and in. 1 away. Mets go up 2-0 over the Mariners. So they'll bring up Martini, leadoff batter. He's 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and a fly out to center. And he hits one out to left field. And nice play by Happ. It was over his head, and he makes a jumping catch. Two away. All right, here we go. 2 out. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 to Friedel is hit. Horner makes the backhand grab, throws over to first. A 1-2-3 inning there for Cubs pitching. We go to the 8th, tied up at 5. For the Cubs in the 8th, it'll be Swanson, Suzuki, and Candelario. Combined today, they're 1 for 9. Suzuki with the only hit. Swanson's 0 for 3. Fly out to right, a strikeout, and a foul out. Suzuki struck out, grounded out, and doubled. And Candelario is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Bottom of the 6th now, Milwaukee Brewers up 2-1. Bottom of the 3rd in Washington, the Marlins lead the Nats 3-1. The Mets lead 2-0 over the Mariners with runners on first and second for Lindor. Red Sox and Royals, no score, top of the 2nd. White Sox have a 1-0 lead over the Tigers. That game in the bottom of the 1st. Pirates and Cardinals are scoreless, but the Cardinals have bases loaded and nobody out in the 1st inning. So we do get a pitching change here for the Reds. For the Reds. Once again, it'll be Swanson, Suzuki, and Candelario. $22 votes in the poll now, 50% saying Cubs. So ever since the Cubs tied it, that percentage has gone up. They were tied at 41%. Now Cubs are up to 50%. Friedel back in the center field. Stuart Fairchild's in left field. And now on the mound, Derek Law, 45 games, a 4-4 record, 3.23 ERA, has given up 5 home runs in 47 innings. Opponents batting .226. Swanson, not sure what was called there by the home plate umpire. Up high, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Tried to check his swing, but he went 1-1. The 1-1. Blooped foul, but it'll go out of play. 1-2. Back and forth all day today. The 1-2 bounced in the dirt, 2-2. The Cubs had a 1-0 lead after the top of the first. Reds scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Cubs came back and took a 3-2 lead in the second. Cincinnati went back up in front 4-3 with a 2-run shot by Stevenson in the second. Both teams exchanged runs in the sixth. And the Cubs tied it on the 2-out single by Happ in the top of the seventh. And we're tied here at 5 here with nobody out in the eighth. It's a full count here to Happ. Or Swanson, excuse me. The 3-2. Blooped out to right field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. So Swanson now 1 for 4 in a day. That'll bring up Suzuki, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Suzuki struck out to end the first, grounded out to second to end the third, and doubled in the sixth. First pitch is in for a strike. The 0-1. And that one blooped in the left center field, and that'll get down. Center fielder comes over and grabs it. Swanson goes to third. So first and third here for the Cubs in the eighth with nobody out. That'll bring up Candelario, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. The first pitch is way inside, 1-0. Diaz getting warmed up in the Reds' pen. There's a strike on the corner, 1-1. That ball's inside, 2-1 to count. Fouled off. 2-2. Up to 12 likes on the stream, 23 votes in the poll. 52% now saying Cubs. Oh, and it hit him. Hit him on the knee. That'll load the bases. That'll bring up Madrigal, who's 1 for 3 on the day with a double and a run scored. Got him on the back knee. Oh. Well, here comes Diaz here with bases loaded and nobody out. Going to the 7th inning in Milwaukee, still 2-1 Brewers. Top of the 4th in Washington, Marlins still up 3-0. Going to the bottom of the 3rd in New York, the Mets still up 2-0 there. Red Sox and Royals, bottom of the 2nd, no score. White Sox up 2-0 over the Tigers. That game in the top of the 2nd. Cardinals had bases loaded in the 1st and did not score. Pirates and Cards still no score. Twins and Rangers just getting ready to get started. But then it'll be Blue Jays, Rockies, Angels, A's, Braves, Dodgers, Orioles, Diamondbacks, Giants, Padres, and then tonight at 7, it's the Yankees and Astros. All right, Diaz coming in, bases loaded, nobody out. Diaz on the year, 60 games, 7-4 record, 2.15 ERA, and 58 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting 169 and has given up 4 home runs. First pitch is bounced in the dirt, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Looks like the Phillies just took to a 3-2 lead over the Brewers. JT Realmuto with a home run. Fouled off, 1-2. And that ball tapped right back up through the middle in the center field. 2 runs will come in. Cubs now lead 7-5. Infield was played in too, and that ball was just smoked right back up the middle. Other runners held up first and second, but still runners on first and second and nobody out here. We're going to get a pinch hitter here. Tapped foul on a bunt attempt. The 0-1 bounced in the dirt, 1-1. Cubs have scored in 3 straight innings. 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and now 2 here in the 8th. Still nobody out. The 1-1. There's tapped foul, 1 and 2. Trying to move the runners up here with nobody out. And he taps it in front. And it's a bad throw down to first base. And the bases will be loaded. That'll be an E1. He tried lobbing it over there instead of firing it over to first base. Let's see. No, just a bad throw. Oh, he might be out. Nope, he never had the ball. First baseman never had the ball, so bases loaded here. Still nobody out. 2 runs already home here for the Cubs. Back to the top of the lineup with Talkman. First pitch is outside, 1-0. On the outside corner, 1-1. So Diaz has come in, given up a single and an E1. Responsible for the runners on first and second. Up and in, 2-1. Still nobody out. There's a strike, 1 and 2. 2 and 2, excuse me. Mets now lead 4-0 over the Mariners. The 2-2. Blue foul. Still 2 and 2. Reds after this series will play the Mariners. And that ball blooped in the right center field. And that'll bring 2 more home, and it's now 9-5 Cubs. That'll bring up Horner, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Oh, and Diaz will be replaced. He does not retire a batter. We got 4 runs home in the inning so far for the Cubs to go up 9-5. Four runs home so far in the inning for the Cubs. Still runners on the corners with nobody out. Waiting still for a pitching change. If you're just joining us, still nobody out here in the 8th inning. Cubs have 4 runs home, still runners on first and third. Diaz came in and could not retire a batter. So that'll bring up Kennedy into the game. 4 games, 1-0 record, a 5.06 ERA in 16 innings. No home runs allowed, and opponents are betting 237. The first pitch, the runner's going from first. No throw. That's his 6th stolen base of the year. So now runners on second and third. Nobody out. Ball down low, 2-0 to Horner. Fouled straight back, 2-1. The 2-1 is grounded. The second, the runners will hold. Horner's out at first, 1 away. That'll bring up Ian Happ, who's 2 for 3 on the day. Couple singles, couple runs batted in. The first pitch. Up high, 1-0. Counts 2-0 to Hap. Bellinger, the batter on deck. Bellinger's 2 for 4 with a single and a home run today. Up high, 3-0. The 3-0 from Kennedy is right down the middle, 3-1. Swung on a miss, 3-2. Hap calls timeout. Count is 3-2 to Hap. Runner still on second and third here with 1 out. 4 runs in so far in the inning for the Cubs. The 3-2 is fouled away. Outside, ball 4, bases loaded. That'll bring up Bellinger. Reds pitching is completely falling apart here in the 8th inning. Mariners just scored 2. Now trail the Mets 4-2. There's a first pitch strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 is hit out to left field. And that ball's caught. That'll get a run home. It's now 10-5 Cubs. And that'll bring up Swanson. Swanson led off the inning with a single and scored a run. Swung on a miss, though, and won the count to Swanson. Up high. Not sure if that'll go down as a stolen base. They didn't even cover it. But the count is 1-1 to Swanson. Outside, 2-1. And that ball hit out to right field at the wall, and it's off the fence. 2 runs will score. Swanson pulls into second base. The Cubs have scored 7 runs here in the inning. That'll bring up Suzuki, who singled and scored earlier in this inning as well, 2 for 4 on the day. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1 fouled away. The 1-2 swung on a miss. That'll finally retire the side. The Cubs score 7 runs and take a 12-5 lead. For the Reds, it'll be Steer, De La Cruz, and Encarnacion Strand. But now down 7. David's back saying, wow, Cubs blew up this inning. Reds were playing so well. Yep. The bullpen came in and couldn't get anybody out this inning. Even Diaz faced 3 batters, and they all got on base. But David, welcome back. I saw your Phillies were winning. I'm not sure if they still are. Where's my MLB scores here? All Phillies are now up 4-2. That game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Marlins lead the Nationals 3-1 in the 5th. Mets lead the Mariners 4-3 in the 4th. Red Sox and Royals no score in the 3rd. Tigers and White Sox tied up at 2. That game in the 3rd. Pirates and Cardinals. Cardinals with a 2-1 lead there in the 3rd. Rangers up 3-0 going to the 2nd inning against the Twins. David said yes. Came back from being no hit through 5 and scored 4 straight. Back-to-back homers from Bohm and Real Muto. Yep, I saw Bohm and Real Muto had home runs. I didn't know they were back-to-back. Thompson will be the new pitcher for the Cubs here. 17 games, 2-2 record with a 3.91 ERA. Opponents are batting 189 against him. He's given up 1 home run. Here's Steer. He's 1 for 3 out in the day with a home run. Outside, 1-1 the count. Count is 2-1 to Steer. Mets playing well. Yeah, they were leading 4-1. Yeah, I saw it was 4-0 actually, and now 4-3 after back-to-back Seattle home runs. The 2-2 way outside, 3-2. The 3-2 outside, ball 4. So leadoff walk here for Steer. That'll bring up De La Cruz, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Still looks like the Mets can win today. Yeah, we'll see. Problem is the Mets bullpen stinks. De La Cruz trying to avoid the golden sombrero. First pitch is down. Ooh, I thought it was low, but called a strike. Ball inside, 1-1. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Swung on a miss, 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on a miss. The golden sombrero today for De La Cruz. That'll bring up Encarnacion Strand. He's 1 for 3 today with a ground out, a fly out to left, and a double. First pitch is on the outside corner, 0-1. Nationals just scored, now down a run to the Marlins. Check swing foul, 0-2. The 0-2. Way outside, they check the swing. Nope, no swing, 1-2 the count. The 1-2. That ball hit out to center field. Talkman settles under it right before the track. He'll turn and make the catch. Cardinals just went up 3-1 over the Pirates. That'll bring up Benson. Benson's 0 for 2 today. Was hit by a pitch in the second. Grounded out to second and struck out. Down low, 1-0. Nationals just tied that game up at 3. The 1-0 is tapped foul, 1-1. The 1-1. Ripped in the right field, and that'll go into the corner. Stop sign put up for Steer. But that'll bring up Stevenson, who's 3 for 3 with a 2-run home run and 2 singles. 3 RBI on the day. So comes up in a big spot here with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. Just missed off the outside corner at 1-0. Check swing called a strike. The count's 2-1. The 2-1. Swung on a miss, 2-2. Timeout called by the batter. 2-2 the count. Reds at one point today had a 5-4 lead. The Cubs scored 1 in the 7th to tie it and 7th in the top of this inning to take the lead. The 2-2. Ooh, down low, 3-2. Tapped foul, still 3-2. The 3-2 to Stevenson, and up high, ball 4. That'll load the bases. Here we go. Meeting at the mound here for the Cubs. Bases loaded here for the Reds. Down by 7. Marte will be the batter. He's 0 for 3 today. A couple ground outs and a strikeout. First pitch is outside, 1-0. That ball laced in the center field for a base hit. Marte pulls in the second. First pitch. Hit out to right field, and that'll retire the side. But the Reds get 2. It's 12-7. We go to the 9th. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. We got 12 likes on the video. Thank you so much. We got 27 votes in the poll, 56% said Cubs, 30% Reds, and 15% hoping for a good game. So let's look here. Let me look here. Let me see if it'll let me do it. All right, here we go to the 9th. Kennedy still on the mound for the Reds. Counts 2-0 to Candelario. He's 0 for 3 on the day, 3 strikeouts, but was hit by a pitch last inning and scored. And that ball is drilled out to deep right field, and that ball is gone. We'll bring up Madrigal, who's 2 for 4. Ball's way up high over its head. He's 2 for 4 today with a couple runs scored. To 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. With that home run, the Cubs have scored in 4 straight innings. 10 runs over those 4 innings. And he hits one out to left field. De La Cruz will make the catch in front of Fairchild in left field. One away. There's a first pitch strike to Gomes. Grounded down to third base. Over to first, 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup with Talkman. The 0-1. In for a strike, 0-2. Timeout called by the batter. Talkman today's 3 for 5, all singles. Run scored, but does have 3 RBIs. The 0-2. Inside, 1-2. Down low, 2-2. And that ball drilled out the right center field, and that'll get into the gap. Go up against the wall. Makes the turn at second, but we'll pull in there. Two-out double. That'll bring up Nico Horner. 1 for 4 on the day with a walk and a double and a run scored. The 1-0. Inside 2-0. Fouled straight back, 2-1. Nationals lead the Marlins 4-3. Mets now lead 5-3 over the Mariners. That game in the 5th inning. That ball off of Kennedy, everybody will be safe. That'll bring up Happ. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs. That'll bring up Happ. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Up high, 2-0. And that ball, that's a fair ball down the line. That'll go down into the right field corner. That'll get 2 more runs in. Four RBI today for Happ. That'll bring up Bellinger, who's 2 for 4 on the day with 3 runs batted in as well. One of those was a solo shot to lead off the 6th. Bellinger pops the first one up in the shallow left field. And that ball's caught. That'll retire the side, but the Cubs add 3 more. Have a 15-7 lead going to the bottom of the 9th. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Not much going on in the chat, though, but we do still appreciate everybody being here and watching us. We have 13 likes on the video. Our next live stream will be Tuesday night covering the Mets and Nationals. Plenty of live streams coming up next week. Tuesday and Wednesday, we got Mets and Nationals. Thursday, beginning at 7 p.m., we got fantasy football talk. Then Thursday night, we will do the Lions and Chiefs Thursday night football game. Then back Friday night with the Mets and Twins. And then back on next Sunday with more fantasy football talk at noon Eastern time. But we go to the bottom of the ninth, and it's now 15-7. Cubs have scored 12 runs over the last 4 innings. Up to 14 likes. All right, here we go. Top of the lineup for the Reds, but they are down 8. And Shane Green will be the new pitcher for the Cubs. Martinez 0 for 4 on the day with a couple strikeouts, a fly out to left and lined out, a fly out to center and lined out to left. We got a delay on the field. And he'll bloop one down the left field line. And he'll reach a leadoff single. That'll bring up Friedel. Friedel's 2 for 4 with a home run and a single. Couple ground outs as well. First pitch is outside, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. That'll bring up Steer. Steer's 1 for 3 on the day. Solo shot in the first. Walked and scored in the 8th inning. Not sure what Friedel's complaining about. That ball was definitely a strike on the outside corner. Actually, looking at the replay, it got a lot of the plate. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0, and that ball popped out in the shallow center. Warner will take care of it there, just on the outfield grass. Two down. That'll bring up De La Cruz, who's 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. 4 strikeouts is a golden sombrero. 5 strikeouts is a platinum sombrero. First pitch swing, and De La Cruz pops it up in this center field. Talkman's there, makes the catch. The Cubs win today, 15-7. It was a good game. We were tied at 5 going to the 8th inning. Cubs get 7 in the 8th and 3 in the 9th, and the Reds had no answer. So we'll keep an eye on these two teams. They are fighting for playoff spots as well as a division still. So, but man, thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us today. Our next baseball live stream will be Tuesday night, covering the Mets and Nationals. Hope to see you all there. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell if you want to see some more sports live streams. And we will see everybody on Tuesday night.